That's the most comedy sentence I've ever heard in my life. We're in a competition and they don't even know it.
I don't even know if he knows who I am.
No, no.
Probably not. Yeah.
Probably not. Because he's in his own zone, dude.
Yeah.
And God bless him.
Yes.
You know? How are you?
I'm good.
We're going, by the way.
We're going right now.
The clap starts.
The clap starts it.
Yeah, this isn't Culture Clash Pod. Where I like have notes prepped. Like, oh, what do you think about?
Yeah. So many notes, dude. We did so many notes. A year and a half of learning, and I love everything that we did for it, but like it was a lot of fucking work.
What are the key takeaways?
Key takeaways are the premise matters more than anything else.
Yep.
And you've got your foot freaks.
That's right. Shout out to you.
Oh yeah, I'll do one sock. This is the deal, footies. What do you call them?
Freaks.
Okay.
What do I call them? I call them kink freaks. That's what they are.
I'm going one sock on the free episode, and then I'm going both socks off on the Patreon. Because we're about building community here. We're about monetizing community on this podcast.
I'm about equality everywhere else, but you're going to pay for these fees. I'm such a capitalist when it comes to my content.
I love feet people too, and I'm sorry if this is repetitive because I'm sure everybody comes on and is just all they want to talk about is feet people. But
you'd be surprised. No,
I love that people who are into feet have built community and they've found other people. Because none of my what I'm into, I'm not into it enough to be like I need to seek out other people who also like choke in bed. Let's say. Not that I do that.
Okay.
We're talking hypothetical. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is beautiful to me. Community around, like, I don't know anybody else who's into the things I'm into sexually because I don't even want to necessarily put them out there. But feet people are like, this is who I am, and let me find other people.
You think you're such a freak that you don't even want to know who else is out there. Mm-hmm. Because you're like, wait, there's more of me?
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
I think something like that. Well, also, I like the stuff that I'm into sexually, and I also have a wife, and she likes the stuff that we both like the stuff that we're into sexually, but me and her never go like, let's find a message board.
Well, yeah, because you don't live in 2002.
Yeah.
That's why you've never said that.
Let's Google. Where do feet people hang out? I would assume
they hang out in my comment section. That's where they hang out, dude.
All that to say, I love the accidental foot community that you've created.
Dude,
is endlessly funny to me.
This ring light that I don't put on is the best thing to happen to this podcast.
And that's the other thing too, is like, because watching earlier episodes, I'm like, the camera angle like is good, but it's kind of like it's not fully optimized. Like it doesn't look 100% good. And then because of that, because the camera angle isn't like the same angle that all the other podcasts have, it allowed people to see the tootsies.
Big.
See the little piggies.
That's right.
Take all these piggies to the market.
Take them all, but unless you're a premium member.
Can I show you one thing? Look at that.
No, I won't reveal right now. You have to pay. I have a smaller baby toe.
Yeah?
Than that. By the way, that's a gross baby toe.
This freaked my wife out. She was like, hey, I could do something with my feet. I was like, I can make my feet monkey feet. Like I can like.
Wait, is that what you're trying to show off here?
Fully stretch all the way out. Yeah.
I don't know. Is that anything? Comment if that was something. Because I wasn't that impressed with that.
That doesn't do anything for anybody.
I feel you're like, look how wide my hands could go. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That's what hands do. That was really unimpressive. That's probably the least impressive thing I've ever seen someone try to do.
Oh, the feet thing? I think they might like it. We'll see.
Again, they will comment.
Comment below.
Dude, I post this video at 5 a.m. I schedule. I don't post it at 5 a.m. It's scheduled. Yeah. I will check it at 6 a.m. And the comments are going.
That is so funny.
I know I got at least one fan in Poland because they paid 25 Polish dollars.
That is, yeah. It's never this situation is really. It's very, very funny. You understand that it's funny and
it's hysterical.
And the feet people also all the comment because it's just kind of me watching the social media stuff. And it seems like they are like genuine with their criticism and feedback and like.
They're very honest.
Yeah, but they just want feet.
Well,
They start just wanting feet.
I mean, Dan, you know more than anyone else, the minority's the loudest.
Yes.
So there's a bunch of people here who are kind of into feet, but more
We never hear from them.
we just never hear from them.
We're just out here catering to
They're the
people.
silent majority. Imagine my feet become president next year.
Oh my God, that's exactly it. It's just a coalition, like Baptists for some reason. It's just enough to get your feet elected.
I check the news at night, and it's like Rich Happel's feet won the election.
They're polling really well. There's people who are very out and loud against them. There's people who are loud that are for them, but there's everybody else is okay with them.
Well, people are really concerned once RFK went independent. They're like, Happel's feet really. They're really gonna take it.
Yeah, that's amazing. The feet thing it's really funny.
So
Keep it up.
so Culture Clash is done.
It's on a pause.
What was it?
The premise, I mean, yeah, it was.
Keep talking. I'm gonna grab my laptop.
Yeah, I'm from the West, obviously, and even the West is like difficult to define. But like, Shafi is Bangladeshi. I'm American.
It's called Bengali, you bigot.
Bengali. Bangladesh. Well, Bangladesh. How about this? Talking about takeaways that I learned from it.
Oh,
Bengal is an Bengali. Bengali is an ethnic group. So not every Bangladeshi is Bengali. But every Bengali, and not every Bengali is Bangladeshi. They're two different things.
which one's above the other?
Good question, because
That's a real question.
yeah, in Bangladesh, that's India. India's got like the really intense caste. So yeah, the podcast was, and still, we might end up bringing it back, but it was just kind of like Shafi's perspective on like living in like a third world country / Bangladesh, like Eastern Hemisphere, Western Hemisphere, and we just kind of pick topics and we would go back and forth on it. A lot of learning. Just wanted to make like people learn like a little bit.
People don't want to learn.
Yeah, people don't want to
They
learn.
want to look at feet and hear about my guests sleeping with
Yeah,
post-surgery trans.
what a letdown in terms of entertainment value from that podcast to this one.
Oh, this is a big drop-off. This is a big drop-off.
I haven't mentioned a single person who's had gender reassignment surgery that I've had sex with.
Guess what? You're the first. Episode 165. You're the first that hasn't brought it up yet.
Everybody else?
Every single person.
I got married. I got married at a time when I guess after, like, as soon as I read my wedding vows, everybody else was just like, we're all in on banging everybody. Like, everybody's
when you
banging
got
everybody.
married back in 2020,
Yeah.
trans wasn't that hot in the streets.
No, and now it's everywhere, and it's getting, like, I see a lot of, like, conservative mothers, like, crying about it, like, book bans and stuff like that.
What are they banning?
Banning books that are like one fish, two fish, red fish, trans fish. I think they
Wait.
banned that one.
Are you fucking with me right now?
No, one fish, two fish.
That's a real book?
red fish, trans fish. Yeah, no, that's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Dr. Seuss.
My big problem with that was it didn't rhyme.
Yeah, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I haven't been able to get through it without fucking it up.
Yeah, I know. You said it 3 times. Yeah, well, maybe a 4th.
Instead of the
don't
giving
try.
tree, it would be the giving trans.
The giving trans.
The giving trans. And it's just all the same. Everything the same.
That sounds like a Gen Z trans person. It's giving trans.
Yeah, giving trans. That's a good podcast title. Like, hi, I'm welcome to Giving Trans.
Well,
I'm your host.
And then they talk about the difference between Bangladeshi and Bengali.
Yeah, man. You know what? I just wanted fans who could read, and there's not a lot of them.
Stop. You're
I know.
trying to get a smart demo. And I don't know about these foot freaks. Maybe they're smart, maybe they're not. But I'll tell you one thing. They pay money and they keep adding up.
That is amazing.
Shout out to 1,104 subscribers as of this recording.
1,104 YouTube subscribers.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm almost going to surpass Instagram.
Oh,
I
wow,
get
wow.
nothing on there.
Yeah, YouTube is where the money is. The Instagram used to give out a bunch of money, and then they stopped.
Well, okay, so that's done?
That's done. Or at least it stopped for me and everybody that I know. But maybe it's like they're doing it in other places. Because like they were just like, TikTok's eating our fucking lunch. What if we just started writing checks to people for like releasing their content on Instagram? And like it converted a bunch of people over there.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't make any money on TikTok. I made like 10 grand on Instagram.
Congrats.
Yeah. That's
Well, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
and
well.
I'm now paying back taxes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, totally. I just like did not. I just lived a very not extravagant. I was just like buying flights.
Dude,
Yeah.
how poor are you? Where you're like, I went to pretty extravagant.
Yeah,
lifestyle.
10 grand is the.
I flew to Fort Worth.
Yeah, twice. And Fort Worth is lovely. It's not. Everywhere outside of New York really kind of sucks.
Thank you.
Except for the places I'm about to visit for comedy.
Shout out Amsterdam.
Shout out Amsterdam. Berlin. London.
3 great cities.
And then San Diego's on sale. And then Phoenix will be.
Oh,
Phoenix will be on sale.
It will be. How about that?
Where did I go? I went to Dallas. I like Dallas. But you know the thing where it's like, how about this?
All right.
My dad is like super Fox News guy, loves Fox News, and talks kind of about it like it's like smoking, where it's like, I don't do that anymore, really.
Right.
Like, he's
It's
always
just every time you're home.
Yeah, he knows that Fox News is bad, and will kind of just like be like, well, no, I'm cutting down. Like, but when I go to these cities, I'm like, and you see like the homeless and like the fucking like, when you're scared and stuff, I always like play it down in my head because I'm like, I can't let my dad.
He can't be right.
He can't be right. Yeah,
I know.
And so people like call my parents and it's like, how's Dallas? And it's like, it is a dystopia. I was on Dallas mass transit. And
that exists,
dude. It's just and I love everybody.
It's just a gun.
Yeah, you just get shot from one place to the other. I was gonna try and make a joke about it. Everybody all my fans in Dallas, they were lovely, amazing people, and they're all Dallas transplants. That's important. The people who are living in Dallas are not.
They're not. They're Dallas people that are not from Dallas that live there now.
Yeah,
not people in Dallas that used to be something and now are a tree.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
The
transplants. That's so stupid.
The mass transit in Dallas, it's just a train from the airport to the city center, and it was the scariest thing I've ever. It felt like being on a safari, but the lions are allowed inside the car. That was what it was like. It was like you were driving and you'd be like, that looks fucking terrifying out there. And then you look and there's a lion sitting next to you. And he's also like, that is pretty scary. Like, it is that level of fear.
What are we saying? Who's a lion? Who's a... Whoa.
Everybody in Dallas, there were white lions and black lions. I need that to be explicitly clear.
Gotcha.
Everybody was sketching me out.
Okay, well, lions out there.
The sketchy people in Dallas are a beautiful tapestry of races and religions. A lot of them are not doing well.
They just happen to be on fentanyl.
Yeah, they're all on fentanyl. Fentanyl is an equal opportunity. Fentanyl is maybe the least racist drug. I feel like it really is kicking everybody's ass equally.
That's true. That's not... No one's talking about this in current drug times. 80s, 90s, crack versus coke.
Yeah.
A lot of racial segregation. Today,
everyone's on
fentanyl.
It's the it's like MLK's speech. It was like, I have a dream that one day
my kids
will
be
your
a
kids.
zombie next to your kids.
And they'll be kind of like bent over halfway like an inflatable armed tube man that's turned off.
But they could also climb poles. We don't really know. I had a dream.
Yeah. Great MLK impression. You went all in on it.
I know.
Yeah.
I practice.
just for MLK Day, and then a couple other days.
We do observe it here. We're not like Arizona.
Does Arizona?
Did you not know that?
Arizona's like full out on MLK
until like
Day?
5 years ago.
Oh my god.
Do you know how racist you have to be like, I'll work?
Yeah, that is wild. I read something about like it was like a little girl who attended a segregated school, like a black woman. She was a little girl when she attended a segregated school, and she's celebrating her like 68th birthday this year. And it's like,
shout out to you.
Yeah, that's really not that long ago. Things got pretty crazy. Things were pretty dicey back in the day.
Things are dicing sometimes, no matter where you go.
Yeah, things are still dicing.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a Chinese restaurant in the inner part of Brooklyn?
No.
Oh, it gets spicy.
Spicy there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Check it out.
Oh, literally spicy.
Yeah, there's also a lot of spice.
Oh, there's also a lot of spice.
Yeah, a lot of spice.
Yeah, interesting.
I like Phoenix. You ever see people? I went once. Their skin, the people there. It's like walking bags, like walking leather bags.
Yeah, it is like everybody is a bootleg Gucci bag.
Yes.
They're all like, it's like you look almost healthy, but you're bootleg, so it's like there's cracks in places that there shouldn't be. Usually tanness, you're just like, oh, that's like somebody who works outside, or is like, but it's the opposite. It's like they're rotting on the inside.
It's concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix is, I thought about this in Las Vegas. I was like, this place is clearly going to get destroyed because it's like God. It's like a slap in the face of God. It's humans being like, we should not live here. And guess what? We're going to do it. We're going to move millions of people here. There's nothing in the surrounding area that like makes it seem like humans should live there. But it's like, I feel like it's like a fuck you to God. It's like, there are places on earth that humans should live. This is not one of them. Fuck you, God. We're going to move over here.
I just don't get why you would settle there.
Yeah.
There's no, is there a river? There's no river.
There is Colorado River.
Ah, fuck.
Not doing well.
I don't know. In Austin, it's moving.
Yeah.
Talk about a city I hate.
You hate Austin.
I hate Austin.
I loved Austin.
The comedy scene's better than I thought it was.
Yes. But then why are there's not a ton, I don't know how to say this. There's not a ton of good comedians in Austin.
There's not a lot of good comedians in the world.
In the world, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you like about Austin?
It's, I say it in my act, it's a great place if you've never been somewhere before.
Yep. I can see that.
Because everyone talks about, like, do you know Austin? There's so much to do. No, there's not.
Yeah.
You could drink or go paddleboarding.
Drink in different places.
And that's kind of it.
Yeah. All the things I like about Austin are kind of just like a warm New York. Like, I guess the weather's nice.
What?
Yeah.
Not even close to a warm New York.
Yeah. Their vibe is, I don't know what I like about Austin. Maybe you take comedy out of it, and I just don't like Austin at all. And then I like the comedy so much that I look around and I'm just like, oh, I might like other parts of the breakfast tacos. Okay, it's comedy and breakfast tacos.
Can I be honest? They're okay, the breakfast tacos. They're fine.
Yeah. I like just being able to go to a place, get like 3 breakfast tacos, spice it up, put a little zest in there. How about this? Yeah. Austin, and I haven't told this to anybody without them being like, that fucking sucks. But I went to, I stayed with my brother, did a bunch of shows in Austin. He lives in Austin. There's a taco/cafe place around the corner from him. I went there every morning, and every single morning at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., they had a DJ.
They had a DJ?
They had a DJ at the cafe, a coffee place. And everybody, your reaction is how everybody else is.
Is this on
like,
Rainy?
Was that?
Was this on Rainy?
On Rainy?
Rainy Street.
Rainy Street. No, it was on like 10th, 8th, one of those. East Austin.
East Austin.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I liked going in there and seeing a DJ. I was like, I like that. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
That's
a bunch of bisexual.
the Jersey in you.
Yeah.
I like how you said, you know what the good thing about Austin is? There's even more DJs than there should be.
Yeah, I forgot.
You should just go back to Jersey, dude.
I know. Everything.
You try to be like, oh, I'm this sophisticated. I'm looking for smart fans. And you're like, you know what my favorite part of Austin is? I can listen to house music while eating eggs in a tortilla.
The cafe DJs. Yeah,
You're such a garbage pail.
I think I am my wife thinks I'm a snob. Like, and I guess I do forget my roots that I am just like a garbage Italian lacrosse player from New Jersey.
Yeah, you're Dan Pulzello.
I forget that sometimes.
You're a long pole midi.
I put on close D, but close.
Okay.
Yeah, and 2-time all-conference. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Truly no one. He's on this couch.
Nobody cares. Most wins in school history in a season. It doesn't matter anymore. It couldn't
matter less.
No, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I guess I have garbage roots.
You guess you have garbage roots?
For some reason, college ended, and I was just like, I need to reform myself, and then just like tried to read a bunch of books and watch documentaries, and I am into that shit. I think I was repressing it. Like, I'm out of the closet as like a fucking nerd now.
Well, because where we're from, documentaries, if you watch documentaries, you're gay.
Yeah, you are gay.
Yeah.
It would probably be easier to like convince my friends to watch gay porn than it would have been to watch like Ken Burns' Vietnam documentary.
Even now? The bros aren't into that?
I would say that I would probably be like, because you could pass that off as like a bit. Gay porn. Let's watch another.
No, but like keep it on.
Keep it up. But with Ken Burns, it would just be like, I really think you guys are like, you need to know about this like very important part of our history.
Do you think the problem isn't that they think learning's gay. They just need colors.
Yeah, the colors. Gay porn is pretty colorful.
Gay porn's very colorful.
Very colorful.
In multiple ways.
Yeah. And I don't know what, but like now my tastes are like infuriating to a lot of people. Like my wife is, because I can't watch, I don't know when it happened, but I'm a snob in like pretty much every domain. I can turn my brain off for like sports. I can watch sports and be a big dumb idiot. But like I can't watch Marvel movies. Those make me like
Dumbest thing in the world.
actively angry. Fast and the Furious.
Dumb. I'm with you so far. I want to hate on what you say, but so far I'm 100% with you.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about reality shows like pop culture. I can't really. I'm trying to think of like good examples. I'm probably just like more annoying based on what I like history books. Like liking history books and talking about that is like annoying to my wife.
No, that's old. Old.
There's the Shane Gillis bit about like liking history is like early onset Republican.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. It's like lying dormant. I mean, I'm pretty much like a global warming, like an eco-communist, but I can feel it like tilting a little bit of just like.
Yeah, the Republicans starting to metastasize in you.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep in there.
That's right.
And I can't, it's got to be genetic or something. I don't know. Maybe it's like where we live, but like New Jersey and Long Island are weird in that they are incredibly conservative in parts of it.
Parts of it?
Yeah. New Jersey.
Most of it.
New Jersey goes blue in every election. I can't even remember the last time they had like a Republican senator. The same for like New York is like Chuck Schumer. Like so people think like, oh, Northeast is like, kind of like a liberal stronghold. I guess there are parts of it, but like the suburbs in New York and New Jersey are insanely conservative.
Yeah, people think New York is a liberal state. Babe.
Yeah, you have
Manhattan's liberal.
Yes.
Go anywhere else.
Manhattan's liberal, and there's just a ton of fucking people there, and they live.
That's all the people.
Yeah. Something about population density. I don't know.
Well, there's more colleges around here. Better jobs are around here. White collar. I get it. I understand why. Mm-hmm. But the bros, they're on the outskirts.
Yeah. And those bros need to, for some reason, to be good at sports. I think you have to have conservative parents. Is that anything?
I'm trying to think of the kids I know who are good at sports. I mean, I don't think they voted for Biden.
No, I don't think. I think you need conservative parents to be good at sports because you need a dad to instill like kind of toxic masculinity into you, of like rub some dirt on it, like fight through the pain. Because if you're teaching your kids about like safe spaces in sports, like if you teach a kid about safe spaces in a football field, then he's just gonna like hide in the end zone because he thinks that's a safe space.
Well, you don't even know what a safe space is if you're a football guy.
No, there's literally no.
There's no safe space.
The football field is the opposite of safe spaces.
You know what a safe space is in football? Behind your lead blocker.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a safe space.
And it's very temporarily a safe space.
That's very true.
Yeah.
As long as you stay in the pocket, it's a safe space.
Yeah.
Just keep your feet moving.
Yeah, and then in the safe space, you could be like, "How's everybody feel?" But even that's like 4 seconds. It's like you can ask people like, let's air our feelings. Up, safe space is over. We gotta we're
out.
Yeah,
I do think everyone, boys, girls, everyone should have to go through 2 weeks of high school football camp.
Yeah, and also the high school football. I didn't play high school football. I played 8th grade football.
I thought you played high school football.
No, my brother did. Both of my brothers did, and they were saying like my brother played college football, and he was like high school football was way harder.
Where do you play college?
D3.
Well, yeah,
but in college there's all of like the you start to get all of the stuff of like no contact today, limited contact during the week. Like high school football, I feel like I don't know what it is now, but it was fucking lawless.
Like the boys were banging.
Oklahoma drills. Dude, there was a drill in 8th grade that we did. It was called Bowl in the Ring.
Yeah,
and it's just a fucking circle of every person on the team and one guy in the center, and they just yell out a number.
And you run in.
And you just fucking run at each other. It teaches you no football skills.
0.
Yeah, it was.
You know what it does teach you? Not to be gay.
Not to be gay, no. So I think that I put that as a hard stance. Well, what were you saying about like? I think everybody should be put through extremely vigorous, rigorous physical like exertion to know that like, okay, I can do that.
Everyone should have to wear a helmet and pads in 100-degree heat and get yelled at by a 65-year-old who chain smokes.
Yeah.
Everyone should have to go through that.
It is really, I think it's important to know that like, okay, I can make it through that. Because most people who are like, oh, exercise is tough. I can't, getting out of bed is like, it's like, okay, what if, like, what if you make the wrong move, you like get concussed? Like that's a level of danger and excitement and effort and focus. Like everybody should be. I think you're right. 2 weeks of 2-a-days, and see if that doesn't solve like a bunch of problems.
And you have to go through the film sessions.
Yeah, the film session.
You have to sit through film too, bro.
That was hate. That was. I remember saying we were watching. This is 8th grade. I don't know why we were watching film in 8th grade, but we were watching film, and there was like this one play where my buddy like buried a safety. He was a wide receiver. He was blocking, and he buried a safety like after the whistle, really far away from the play, and didn't get called for it.
Happens.
And I said, "Well, that was unnecessary." And the coach yelled at me.
I'm shocked you didn't just start running.
Oh my God, I might have afterwards. He was fucking furious at me because it was like you need violence like the whole time. You cannot not be violent on a football field.
Here's the thing I'm learning, because a lot of my friends, a lot of the bros are now football coaches.
Oh, that's amazing. And then everything that they know about muscles and bones and, like all of the things that are like vital to safety or,
They don't know any of that.
Yeah, minimizing concussions. Like
Zero of that.
Yeah.
But I now understand why my coaches were like that.
Yes.
Because they truly have nothing else in their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they've given up everything to pursue a state title.
There's a really funny quote that I saw, and it was, football coaches, you have to be smart enough to understand the game and dumb enough to think that it matters.
Yes.
And that is, but I've had coaches that were like, my college coach was one of the best dudes I've ever met. Like, and was really helpful at like some really pivotal points in my life. So I think like good coaches can like, I think they can have like a positive impact. But the amount of kids that I knew that went to college and had bad coaches, and having a bad coach in college is like the most fucking traumatic. Like, you have somebody with total control over you with no oversight. I'm surprised there's not more like hazing, or like abuse accusations against like coaches, because these people were like fucking unhinged. At what point does running sprints, is that like, sprinting as punishment? At what point is that like physical abuse?
I could tell you when 8th grade baseball, they one kid started having an asthma attack, and they're like, okay, yeah, that's the line.
Yeah, I went to Don Bosco, and
no big deal.
Tommy DeVito, New York Giants quarterback. Me and him, same high school, different times, but
he played football.
I never played football. Bosco, when I was there, was the #1 football team in the country for high school. There was a practice when so many kids had heat stroke that 3 ambulances had to come, and it was only when the 3rd ambulance came and that 3rd ambulance driver stopped the practice that the practice stopped. Ambulances 1 and 2, they were like, let's keep going.
Didn't know you had a bunch of libs driving ambulances over there in Bergen County.
That's that they were. I'm shocked there's not more accusations against like that coaching staff, because they won titles, but like, and then even like the kids that die, bunch of kids on that team.
Bunch of kids die every year.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they're weak.
Maybe. But also it's just because from yours and mine perspective, it's just like, oh, that seems to be like a lot more kids that are dying than there should be. But I'd wonder, I think there's like a New York Times article like about it, but I think the death
said there should be more.
Yeah, the death rate around like high school football kids, like how is there not a movie about it? Like, and it's never like direct, people dying of CTE, but it's like people like overdosing or killing themselves. Like, I feel like there's like at least 3 or 4 football players that I know that died in like after high school, like after college.
Well, yeah. Well, there's nothing to live for.
Yeah, once you've been to the top of the mountain.
Once high school football's done.
Yeah.
Once you have a ring on your finger, what's the point of living?
I have a ring from college, and I do not know where it is. I don't know. I have no idea where it is in my house or my apartment. I don't know if it's at my mom's, I have no idea where it is.
Imagine you throw on Pawn Stars one day. And there's some guy like, I have Dan Pulzello's 2012 Colonial Conference ring.
D3, so close to the actual conference. It was Centennial.
Centennial
Conference.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I could tell that to people when you're in it. Because you really telling somebody, like really telling an athlete, like, this does not matter. The bonds that you form and the lessons that you learn.
The boys. Right.
The boys learning about like discipline and hard work and dedication and delaying gratification and doing shit that is really unpleasant for like a long time with like the goal of like this will be worth it one day. That's very important.
Yes.
But the wins and losses, like it never comes. It comes up when I see my college friends at like weddings. So like 3 times a year, like 3 times a year we get together and we talk about like it really doesn't matter.
Well, I'm so genetically working class. I thought like the only jobs available were like gym teacher, cop, or EMT.
Yeah.
Or electrician.
Oh, they are.
That was big.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But that's why I went to a school that specialized in being a gym teacher.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
oh yeah, college.
I'm gonna win a state championship.
Yeah, you got as far as college, and you're just like, I'm going to, like, you were still in that mindset.
Yeah, until like sophomore year, going into junior year, and then all my friends who are from successful families are like, oh yeah, I got an internship at Goldman Sachs, I got a bonus.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? And they're like, wait, dude, no, you have to like make money. I was like, everyone makes the same salary. What are you talking about? And then I learned what salaries are.
Yeah, and how fucking. I got pretty close to coaching college lacrosse like immediately after I graduated college.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that'd be great. Like similar, like I'm going to get my MBA and I'm a coach. And the coach was like, we can offer you $3,000 for the season. That was it.
And you're like, and how many days off?
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. What a fucking brutal lifestyle coaching is.
Dude,
it takes so much fucking effort.
Barely college, you got to recruit.
Dude, and you're just at these fucking college lacrosse coaches. They have to travel the state to go to tournaments. Not the state, the country.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, and then all of these. I'm sure Cortland was similar, or maybe it wasn't. You tell me. But the town that I went to school in there was fucking nothing.
No, it's the poorest town in New York.
Yeah,
Portland, New York.
Chestertown, Maryland, where I went to college at Washington College in Chestertown, Maryland. I was like, why are all the lights off at night in these houses? And it's like, these are people who are so poor
they can't pay for
that they cannot pay for electricity. And you just ship us down there and we just black out for 4 years. Like, what a nightmare for these poor people.
No, you boost it. Without you, there would be no town.
Yeah, and then we know like there weren't a ton of conflicts, but like it's really insane to just send the richest people in America to the poorest places in America. Like Union College in or Trinity College.
In New Haven.
My brother was he was going to visit.
Your brother played at Trinity? Played football at Trinity?
No, he played at Gettysburg.
That's a lot less impressive.
He went on they charged the same amount as if it were a more reputable
Gettysburg,
school.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a fucking country club.
Go Bullets.
Go Bullets. And go Shoreman, same conference.
Centennial. Calabrini also in that conference?
Cabrini, good guess, but they're not. I don't know. I can't remember what Cabrini.
Yeah, right.
All of this information, it's so funny they're bringing these up. All of that is like so dormant in my brain.
There you go.
But my brother visited Trinity College, and it was like an official visit. My mom drove him up, and they got to the campus, and he was like, I don't want to get out of the car because it was in such a sketchy neighborhood, and they just like left.
Wealthiest people in the world there, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's like where I want my kids to go.
Trinity?
Trinity.
Oh, yeah. There's so many. I had a buddy who went to Williams.
Yes.
And fucking Kirschenbaum's wedding.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kirschenbaum's wedding
Right
was
there.
like in the neighborhood. I drove through Williams. I was like, this is the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
I want my buddy went to Middlebury.
Yeah.
I want my kid to go to a NESCAC school.
It's so funny now. I'm just like driving by these places that I've only heard of, and I'm doing like fucking shitty one-nighters at vineyards. And that's why I went That's why I was at Middlebury. Me, Kirschenbaum, and Bermonti drove up for a show at an outdoor cidery while the sun was going down with no lights outside. Yeah.
Good.
But drove to Middlebury. Very nice.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. But that's a weird thing because college isn't that, like, the university system in America is fucking insane. You send the richest, drunkest people to usually the poorest neighborhoods in America. And it's like, have fun. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I can only speak from my experience at Cortland. Without drunk, like public intoxication tickets.
Oh my God.
There would be no, the mayor is the swim coach. And I'm supposed to like take this place seriously?
Yeah, it did feel like a movie set. There was one time the college, like, we were having so many problems with the police that they did like an open forum between students and the police, and they just let the kids, we just yelled at the cops. Yeah. Like, we got microphones and we were like, why the fuck did you break up that party? You pieces of shit.
Because they're like, we got to make money somehow.
Yeah, we got to make money.
You know, it's not going to, I'll tell you what's not going to be the economy.
Yeah, no.
So it's on you, dude.
Well, where you need to, yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense.
I got a ticket. I got 2 tickets in my day.
They love giving out tickets.
Well, we have Cortica at Cortland.
Yeah.
A famous Cortland versus Ithaca football game.
Yeah. To the people that don't know what it is, imagine a riot.
Well, Dan, you don't have to imagine it. It happens.
It is just a riot.
And it might have been at my house.
Was that like the big riot?
Yeah, that was my house.
I'm sure there's been riots since.
No, there hasn't.
But
because then they did it at MetLife, then Yankee Stadium.
Okay, so they've just been exporting the riot.
They've been renting out the biggest arenas in America to prevent my house from having another riot.
Has this been talked about on the podcast? Do you want to go through like from the beginning? I feel like that'd be fun.
The beginning of what?
The beginning of how a nationally covered riot occurred at your college house.
Do we have time for this?
There might be a Patreon.
We'll save it for the page.
Yeah.
Save it for the page. But we'll Tarantino it.
Yeah.
I'll say the ending.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about the beginning of how it all starts.
Yeah.
But so, you know, it happens. A week goes by. My roommate opens my door. I'm passed out. And he's like, Rich, the cops are here to see you. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
So I walked to the door.
With that voice, too, because you've been screaming the whole... Hungover voice is what?
Well, this is back when I thought hangovers were a myth. They're not. I get them every time now.
I had a buddy who thinks that caffeine doesn't do anything. And I'm like, I argued with him
because he's a coke addict
for years. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. It does something.
I have several friends that won't drink coffee because they're afraid of getting addicted, but they will drink energy drinks.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And they didn't even go to Cortland.
Yeah.
So I go to the door, and there's 2 cops there, and they're like, do you fucking live here? And I said, yeah, dude. And he's like, all right, here's a ticket for last week. And I look at it, and it's dated for last week. And I was like, this is illegal.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's not. I was
giving you a ticket?
Yeah, I was like, you can't just like give me a ticket from a week ago.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're doing it to everyone, dude. I was like, what the fuck? So my dad drove up for the court date. This was like right after finals in the winter. And I went up to the judge with my dad, and he's like, how'd you plead? And my dad's like, let me fucking talk to you, dude.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, you're committing perjury.
Yeah.
By doing this. Like, this is highly illegal.
Yeah.
And the judge is like, fuck, okay. No one here's called us out.
We didn't think anybody was going to bring it up.
So I was like, listen, you could go.
But don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone. So me and my dad walked out, and then my roommate ended up paying like $500.
Oh, my God. That's really
There
funny.
you go, Brian. We told you what to do. I know you listen to this podcast, Brian. We told you what to do, dude.
That is really funny. These cops have no idea of proper protocol.
Well, there is no proper protocol when the mayor's the swim coach.
Yeah.
He's got the Sunyaks to worry about. He doesn't have time
Yeah.
for law.
Yeah. He's got to win. He's got to put banners up in the fucking pool.
Yeah, exactly.
If you elect me mayor, I will make sure that there's 3 more fucking conference banners up in that pool.
You know how fucking garbage Cortland is as a school? I know this because everyone reposted it on Instagram on their story. We won the finals for men's soccer, women's soccer, and football for the SUNYAC conference.
Yeah.
And at 30 years old, people are like, yes.
Yeah. Still holding on to it. I'm not 100% sure my school still exists. I keep getting emails from it, but I don't know if it's...
So like, can you send us money?
Yeah.
We're not going to be around for much longer.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were on the way out.
Is there anything sadder than when a college shuts down?
Yeah, there was like Hofstra shut down their football team.
Yeah, but that happens.
But there's some, I can't remember.
Dowling on Long Island was the big one.
Oh, was it?
Because they had a big lacrosse team, and they were very good D2.
Yeah.
And then my sister went to visit it, and she left, and then the next day they're like, yeah, by the way.
Oh, my God.
We're fucking shutting down, dude.
That's really fucking funny. I hope it happens, because there's parts of me that are just like, blow the whole fucking system up, because it's so insane. It's so dumb. It's so expensive.
I have so many friends that have degrees in coaching.
God, they really...
That's what it says on their diploma. Coaching.
Yeah. But even that's like because there's kind of like a white privilegey
these kids aren't white,
upper middle class thing where my parents were always just like, just go to college and you'll figure it out. Like it'll work out. Like, and it is just make it through that so that you can get a piece of paper, and then the piece of paper gets you the internship, and then from there you're like off to the races. Because job interviews currently, like submitting your resume, I can't even remember the last time I submitted a resume like, oh, I hope they'll take me. Like college
I've never done it.
College is just about bypassing that system, getting closer to the gatekeepers.
No, it's not. Not when you go to SUNY Cortland.
But there's still, I'm sure that there's like Cortland finance people and stuff.
No, there's not.
Really? They didn't do
I
that?
had a call with a recruiter last week.
Yeah.
And I do software sales, and he was like, he also went to Cortland. He's like, dude, in 4 years, you're my first Cortland call. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I didn't even know we were allowed to do this.
That is
like,
so fucking funny.
Yeah, what jobs do you have, man? Okay,
Yeah.
don't want to talk down to anymore.
I really wanted to be like using nepotism and just like really giving people shots just because they were from Cortland, but nobody called.
No, not a single
I
one.
really wanted to abuse the system, but I couldn't because nobody wanted anything.
Well, that's the how much time do we have? We have a couple minutes. You're not first generation college, are you? Your parents went to college, right?
My dad might be.
Your dad
First
might be.
generation? Yeah, I don't think either of his grandparents did. And then my mom. Yeah, so I think I'm second generation college, and my dad's maybe, and then my mom's was, just everybody went to college.
Yeah, my mom's dad can't read, and I'm
Wow.
first generation college.
You're first generation college. That's
So
crazy.
when you ask for advice, they go. They're like, oh. They're like, what do you like? I was like, I like exercise. And they're like, you're pretty good at science too, right? You're like, yeah. They're like,
exercise science. There you go.
how about doing that? And you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what can I do with this? And they're like,
Yeah, but I have a psychology degree.
oh, that's bullshit. Yeah.
There's elements of it that are that I've used, but I think it's just a piece of paper.
In therapy, like a lib.
Yeah, I think I wonder if therapy makes you more liberal.
Doesn't make you straighter, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you more concerned. Doesn't make you start drinking Yingling.
No, it doesn't.
Your dad drink Yingling?
My dad doesn't drink anymore.
Dad's a conservative guy.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think college is just like, it's just a piece of paper, and then I think it blow the whole fucking thing up. I hope every college goes out of business. But I still like watching college football. I don't know how to reconcile.
We can't figure that part out.
I don't know how to reconcile these things.
I do love a good American Pie spinoff movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring those back.
I love watching fucking football, and I love fantasy football. I'll never I cannot turn that part of my brain off. I love watching this thing that is like turning people's brains to mush.
Yeah, not our brains.
No,
Their brains. For our expense. And they're making a good penny.
they're making a good penny. But yeah, blow it all up. I don't give a fuck.
This is it.
Second sock's about to come off.
Second sock's about to come off,
on
folks.
the Patreon.
Check the goddamn YouTube profile. The link's in there. Meet us over on the page.
We'll see you over there.
All right.